So let's talk about the foods that most commonly rob you of nutrients. So this video is not about getting nutrients from food. It's about being aware of certain foods that deplete you of nutrients. So you have to know both sides. So the first one I'm going to talk about is raw egg whites. Okay. Anytime you eat raw egg whites, you can create a biotin deficiency. Biotin is really important for your nails and your hair. It makes the hair and nails thicker and stronger. And if you're deficient in biotin, you're probably going to notice that your hair is starting to become brittle, your nails break easily. Biotin also can become depleted after taking an antibiotic because a good portion of your microbes also make this biotin, which is a B vitamin. Now, of course, the next three foods are, you pretty much already know this, but refined sugars, refined grains, and alcohol will deplete you of vitamin B1, zinc, magnesium, and vitamin C. Massive calories in a diet, they're usually going to have these deficiencies. It's going to show up as bleeding gums, fatigue because of the vitamin C. They're also going to notice that their immune system is going to be very weak because of the zinc issue, as well as noticing skin issues. A lot of skin issues are related to a zinc deficiency. And of course, a B1 deficiency will cause a lot of anxiety, nervous tension, excessive stress, thinking about things, worrying about things too much, muscle cramps at night, difficulty in getting to sleep because your muscles are so tense. Next one is caffeinated beverages, like in coffee and tea and soda. The two key nutrients that will be depleted from caffeine, B1 and magnesium. And then we get into something else called trypsin inhibitors. Like, what's a trypsin inhibitor? Trypsin is an enzyme, and if you inhibit that with the following foods: soy, grains, beans, nuts, seeds, and nightshades, you could have a problem absorbing certain amino acids, also absorbing fat soluble vitamins. Now, what a lot of people do to counter that is they germinate or sprout those foods. But people that don't germinate it and they just eat it raw, thinking it's going to be better, are in for a surprise because in that raw food, that ungerminated food, there's certain defense mechanisms that those plants have created to prevent the digestion of those plants. And then we get into another chemical called tannins, and that's in tea. That will definitely create a B1 deficiency, especially for those people that are big tea drinkers and they just drink tea all day long, which is actually better than coffee, but it can create a B1 deficiency and it can start affecting your sleep and your mood. If you are taking too much calcium, you can actually create a magnesium deficiency. This also goes along with consuming a lot of dairy without leafy greens. You create a magnesium deficiency. Magnesium helps you relax at night, it helps the muscles relax, it prevents cramps, arrhythmias, and also magnesium is behind energy. So if you're fatigued, chances are you might be magnesium deficient. And then we get to something called oxalates. So, oxalates are compounds that bind with calcium, magnesium, and iron. And when it binds with the calcium, it can actually form kidney stones. And there are certain foods, especially in the ketogenic diet, that are loaded with oxalates. Spinach being at the top of the list, but I think there's one bigger than that. That would be beet greens. Okay. Beets also have oxalates, almonds, almond flour, chocolate, Swiss chard, and other non keto foods like grains and beans. Phosphoric acid in sodas actually will definitely deplete you of magnesium and calcium. This is why drinking a lot of those sodas can actually really destroy your bones. And of course, I don't even consider soda food, but I just threw that in there. And lastly, I want to mention something called phytates or phytic acid, same thing. Phytates are in certain foods that then block zinc, calcium, vitamin B3, chromium, copper, iron, magnesium, manganese, and vitamin D. Like kids have a lot of cereal, they're getting a lot of phytates, and that's going to deplete the zinc, which is really, really important for the immune system. And in certain parts of the world, the children that are deficient in zinc have a massive problem with diarrhea. And so that can cause other problems with electrolyte deficiencies. So, in summary, the foods that really deplete you of other nutrients It would be grains at the top of the list. Now, because of the censoring and the suppressing of the algorithms on YouTube, it's becoming more difficult to find my content. And there's a lot of content that I cannot put on YouTube, unfortunately. So to make sure you have full access of all my information, go to drberg.com and subscribe to my newsletter by clicking the link down below in the description. I will see you on the other side. And out of all the foods that I talked about, the common nutrient that seems to be most depleted is magnesium. And magnesium has a lot to do with your energy production. So if you have not seen this video on the relationship between magnesium and energy, I put it up right here. Check it out.